May I respectfully invite His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, our special guest of honor for this occasion, to deliver his address and seize the occasion to launch the Goodwill Ambassadors. His Excellency.
Your Excellency, Jerry John Rawlings, the first President of the Fourth Republic, KAIPTC, the UN Secretary General's Special Representative in West Africa, Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambers, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Bedfordshire, the other distinguished Goodwill Ambassadors, the Minister for National Security, Minister for Defense, Minister for the Interior, Minister for Defense, for Finance, two categories. Member of Parliament for Lejikuku, the Chief of Defense Staff and Service Commanders, active and retired, Chairperson and members of the Governing Board, the Executive Management, the Commandant and members of the faculty of the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, members of the security services, members of the graduating classes, alumni of the center, members of the diplomatic corps, fellow Ghanaians, ladies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to be here this morning at the joint graduation ceremony of students of the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center. My first as President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Graduates, I congratulate all of you, for I know it has been quite a journey and you deserve full credit for your perseverance and ultimate success. You must allow me also to acknowledge the critical role played by all those who helped to see you through the last 2 years, the efforts of faculty of the center, and the love and support of well-known well-wishers, which have all been critical in bringing you to this day. Aiko. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, since its inception, the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center has received worldwide recognition and acclaim for its work and contributions to the promotion of peace in our region, continent, and in the world. Over its 13 years of existence, some 17,000 military, police, and civilian personnel have received training in various courses and are today playing significant roles in efforts to improve respect for individual liberties and human rights, enhance enforcement of the rule of law and the principles of democratic accountability, and work to ensure peace and stability on the national, regional, continental, and global fronts. The work you have done in this center justifies fully your description for our great compatriot, whose name you bear, distinguished himself as the United Nations Secretary General who put support for human rights at the very heart of the global agenda for development. The center, through the West African Disaster Preparedness Initiative, in the last year, strengthened the capacities of 14 West African countries in disaster preparedness and management to help prevent and manage future pandemics such as Ebola. Under the auspices of the Center's Women, Peace and Security Institute, a total of 44 participants, predominantly women, were trained and deployed as election observers for the December 2016 presidential and parliamentary elections here in Ghana. Again, through the efforts of the Women, Peace and Security Institute, 22 South Sudanese women were empowered with conflict mediation and resolution skills to enable them to participate actively and present the needs of women in the peace processes. The Center also contributed to the creation of a strategy to end conflict-related sexual violence in Côte d'Ivoire. As the first training institution in the world to run a program in, quote, preventing and countering violent extremism, unquote, I'm reliably informed that discussions are ongoing for the African Union to recognize the Center as one of the focal training centers in research, education, and training in African peace and security. These are all indeed outstanding accomplishments, and I commend the Center highly for them. I've also observed with admiration that a number of the members of my government and other figures across the political divide have completed postgraduate programs and other short courses here at the Center. Apart from the alumni in the political sphere, the Center has also trained students from the public and civil service, judiciary, international non-governmental organizations, civil society organizations, the media, religious organizations, the United Nations, and foreign missions in Ghana. The government and people of Ghana are deeply appreciative of your tutelage and development of human resource in peace and security, most especially of the political leadership of this country. Let me, to this end, congratulate warmly and say ayiko also to the overall best students of the graduating classes. Take the opportunity also to congratulate the valedictorian, the Honorable Dr. Zanato Ajiman Rawlins, first-time Member of Parliament for Korle Klottey, and the daughter of the first President of the Fourth Republic, His Excellency Jerry John Rawlins. Zaneto Ayiko. Supporting this institution to carry out its mandate is one thing that has to come naturally to government. Prior to the conduct of the elections in Liberia, government supported the Center to organize an election colloquium in Liberia to ensure peace in the upcoming polls. The Center's Women, Peace and Security Institute also received government support for the deployment of female monitors for the Liberian elections. Moreover, the Center's efforts to expand its physical infrastructure as part of a number of strategic activities is worthy of mention. This institution's long-term financial institutional sustainability is dear to government. My brilliant Minister for Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, is one of the Center's goodwill ambassadors. And through the Ministry of Finance, government will support Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center to complete its training and academic block. To guarantee additional training opportunities for interested participants and to assure the rollout of additional academic programs to meet the expected demand, thereby increasing the stock of critical peace and security practitioners and experts who are in dire need on the continent. With government embarking aggressively on an industrialization agenda with the aim of transforming the structure of the Ghanaian economy from one dependent on the production and export of raw materials to a knowledge-based, value-added, industrialized economy with a modernized agriculture. It is my expectation that the institutions of higher learning, such as Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, will assist in this regard and gear their programs and courses towards imparting the critical skills needed for the 21st century. The World Economic Forum's, quote, Future of Jobs Report 2016, unquote, has listed the ability to solve complex problems, thinking critically, effectively managing people, strong interpersonal skills, being creative, being emotionally intelligent, having good judgment and decision-making skills, having a service orientation, effective negotiation skills, and demonstrating cognitive flexibility as the skills for the current and future workplace. I encourage the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, and by extension, all other tertiary institutions, to embed their programs with these attributes needed for our country's development. To our graduates today, you will join a number of alumni from national and regional political leadership, the security sector, civil society, and other key sectors who are impacting positively in their spheres of influence. Having gone through this institution, you're primed with problem-solving ideas and initiatives. The nation, the continent of Africa, and the world at large await your contributions, no matter how small, to securing our peace. There is today limited room for conventional thinking. Therefore, always strive to be different and to not be afraid of failure. To the graduating Master of Arts in Conflict, Peace and Security Studies, Master of Arts in Gender, Peace and Security, and Executive Master of Arts in Conflict, Peace and Security Studies class, please be in mind that today the traditional challenges to security on the continent, such as chieftaincy conflicts, armed robberies, land disputes, religious intolerance, ethnic conflicts and political rivalry, are being compounded by contemporary threats like drug and human trafficking, proliferation of small arms and light weapons, cybercrime, and activities of nomadic herdsmen. Additionally, the emergence of transnational organized crimes, together with the evolving nature of terrorism, especially in the Sahel region, will continue to undermine our efforts of creating a progressive, prosperous, peaceful, and stable continent. Wherever you may find yourself, I urge you to help address the root causes of conflicts on the continent, such as underdevelopment, poverty, corruption, inequitable access to resources, youth and unemployment, poor governance, human rights abuse, climate change, weak law enforcement and governance institutions, and the lack of free and fair elections to consolidate peace and to prevent relapse into violence in post-conflict countries. I would like to thank the past and current members of the governing board and executive management of Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center for the great work in superintending over this institution. A well-deserved appreciation is equally due to all the hard-working staff of the center for their commitment and dedication. With this great spirit of hard work, camaraderie, and passion driving your work here at the center, this institution will continue undoubtedly to achieve its vision, an undertaking that will be facilitated by the brilliant cast of international figures who have agreed to become goodwill ambassadors of the center. I congratulate and thank them for their offer of service. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we must all remain committed to our collective vision to build a new African civilization where the rule of law is not a slogan, but a directive principle of governance, where we deliver social and economic transformation that has a meaningful impact on the lives of our peoples, where strong and vibrant economies create jobs for the masses of African youth, and thereby create societies of opportunities and aspirations for all, where the African peoples are no longer pawns nor victims of the world order, and where the vision of the founding fathers of a progressive and prosperous Africa is manifest. Let us be up and doing. Our destiny beckons. Let me, in conclusion, wish all of you the compliments of the season, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you, and may God bless us all in our homeland, Ghana, and make our great start.